Hi guys, welcome back to my Exvius guide. Now I'm gonna talk about Veritas of the Water. So she is a 4 stars based mage who have few useful support skills. You can make her into a support or healer. It is all up to you, but I think she is more suitable to become mage because her base magic is the most dominant stats. However, if you take a look on the magic boost from her passive, then she is not that good compared to other 4 stars mage, okay? So she only get 45% magic boost. As a comparison, Victoria get 70% magic boost. So if you want to make her into a healer, then what I can only say is her spirit passive boost is quite good. It can reach 45%, so it is higher than Revia, but Revia's base spirit is higher than Veritas of the Water, so I can only say that it is about the same. You cannot reach 45% on both stats because you get 25% boost from either rod or staff. So your maximum boost is either 45% magic and 20% spirit, or 20% magic and 45% spirit. So yeah, unless of course you use dual wield and equip both weapon types. Veritas of the Water doesn't get any health or defense boost, so she is kinda squishy in the battle. But like other Veritas, she will absorb her element, which is water. You also get 100% magic and spirit boost when your health goes below 30%. I don't think this kind of ability is useful anymore because yeah, especially if you have Soleo on your party. Also, unlike Dark or Earth Veritas, she has low health, so getting her health below 30% probably too dangerous for her. The good thing about her is she get auto refresh and MP plus 20%. So I know auto refresh is not that special because Victoria, who is 4 stars base, also has that. But if you want to make her into healer, then she is good because that auto refresh will keep her MP healthy if you only constantly use dual Uraja. Resistance against silence and paralyze also make her into a good healer because this means she always able to recover your parties unless of course she get petrified. Enough about stats and passive, now let's take a look at her abilities. Veritas of the Water has useful black and white magic. For black magic, she learns Water Jaw, which is powerful because of the increased damage when used consecutively. Sadly, she doesn't have another stacking skills, so she cannot use the Victoria secret trick. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then watch Victoria's review. For white magic, she has Uraja, Esunaga, and Race. Those 3 magics are very solid white magic. With Esunaga, you can recover all allies from paralyze easily. Because yeah, I have said this, she resists paralyze. The sad thing about her is she doesn't have dual cast. Actually, she has, but you need to unlock it through a setup skill. That skill is Forbidden Arch. This will unlock 4 abilities for 3 turns. One of them is dual cast, which is nice because you can use that dual Waterja or dual Kuraja. But the problem is, yep, the duration is only 3 turns. On the hard battle, you will have hard time to find 1 turn simply to cast this only for unlocking skills. Just for your info, in Japan, you can awaken this skill, so it will last for 20 turns. But still, What an annoying setup. Let's talk about other skills which unlock from this forbidden arts. Swift Current. So this is good. It deals a total of 4 times water magic damage. But because you unlock the dual cast, I think it is better to use dual water jar because at first it will deal same amount of damage. But after that, dual water jar is simply more powerful than this ability. The only advantage of this skill is for chaining. It has 5 hits, but I don't know the frame data. Please leave it on the comment if you know about it. The next skill is Aqua Prison. So this deals 2.4 magic damage, which is low compared to the previous skill. But the debuff effect is good. It will debuff 45% of all enemies' stats. So she can become a good breaker too. The main problem is the MP cost. It costs 80 MP per cast. It may be worth if you fight more than one enemy, but if you only fight one enemy with partial resist to stats break, I think it is better to use others for breaking unless, she is the only breaker you have. The last is Elemental Power. This is very good buff because you increase all resistance to all elements. And of course, defense and spirit by 40%. This is good if you don't need to use Forbidden Arts. But because you need a setup, I think it is better to use Riku if you need all elemental resistance. Also, in my opinion, the shields you get from Riku's Hyper Null All is also more superior than this. I know that not all players have Riku. In that case, it is okay to use Water Veritas if you need elemental buff. But I just want to remind for those who have Riku that the skill is not worth to be used, okay? So her LB is Aquatic Retribution. It deals water magic damage, which is nothing special. The debuff effect is nice, but I don't think you should bother with this, okay? The maximum effect is low, 54%. I think I prefer Aqua Prison than this one. So I don't recommend you to level up this LB, okay? So save your burst pot for other characters. She has 2 abilities which probably useful on the arena, Mind Blast and Mist. These 2 have 100% chance to inflict certain ailments to the enemies. So you can use Mist to inflict paralyze on all targets, which will disable them for 3 turns. I believe you will be able to kill them all in 3 turns. So in the arena, it is it's possible, but it's kinda impossible, okay? So it is highly unlikely you will meet a party with 2 or more paralyzed resist, okay? So this is very useful, but if you already have Zetzer and other random ailment attackers, then better use them. Okay, so enough about skills. Let's talk about equipment. Equipment is one of her problems. She is a mage, but cannot equip rope. I know that heavy armor will make her have more little defense, but I don't think it is good, especially if you are veteran players and want to use Trust Master Reward rope, such as Rainbow Rope. She cannot equip hat too, so helm is your only option. The best helm for mage is Emil's Hat, which is already unavailable right now if you didn't get it on previous near event. So my recommendation for armor and head pieces is to simply focus on your spirit. For hardcore, I think it is important to have dual cast on her. That's why I recommend you to have Soul of Tamaza. With this, you can become nice healer or attacker. However, I seriously think that if you have an item like Mage's Malice, Soul of Tamaza, then simply use Emperor and Transtera because they are simply far superior than Veritas of the Water. Unless of course you need that water jar on the battle. My conclusion for her: Veritas of the Water is mediocre magician. Low magic stats and horrible equipment choice cause that problem. I wish Gummy make her dual cast become natural ability. It won't make her OP or anything. It simply make her more reliable as an attacker or healer. Remember that her magic stats is lower than Victoria, so even with constant dual water jar, she won't be able to surpass Victoria or Zyrus. Also, she doesn't have any neutral element skill, which is pretty bad. If they don't want to give us natural dual Kyuraja, then I think Gumi can simply give us dual black magic. So I can only say that Veritas of the Water is the victim of bad character design. The only thing I find useful from her is the Trust Master reward. It will give 40% magic or spirit depending on your equipment. You get magic bonus if you use road and spirit if you equip staff. The only way to take the full advantage of this Trust Master reward is to equip dual wield and equip both weapon types. But I think it is stupid. So I can only recommend you to use her Trust Master reward for a mage. For a healer, there are better Trust Master reward out there to increase your spirit. My favorite is Ilias Trust Master reward. The spirit boost is same 40% and it will improve the effect of your items. So I think that's all. I give her 8.5 out of 10. Maybe you think it is too high, but actually it is not, okay? Just think about this. In my opinion, Revia is 9 out of 10 as a healer. Watcher Veritas able to use Kyuraja, same as Revia. And the second is Esunaga, which is useful to cure your parties from ailments. And the last white magic is Race. So yeah, it is pretty good white magic. She also able to use dual cast, even though it is not an instant, it is still better than nothing. The reason I give her lower score than Revia is, her spirit is lower than Revia, but still she's useful sometimes when you don't have any healer or support, okay? So yep, I think that's all. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave Exvius guide. Bye bye guys.